Hey, it's Janae here to brighten, lighten, and ignite your day. Week 3, the power of attention. Day 18, attraction. So how do we attract the things that we want to our goal? Think about this as your number one goal, being a magnet that is attracting all the time, the resources, the right people, whatever it needs to be your number one goal. It's not a struggle. You're not chasing it. You're attracting it to you. And in order to do this, we're going to look at 2 specific things. Now, what I like about this, there's an actual law out there that's both scientific and spiritual called the law of attraction. And what the law of attraction does is simply what we've been saying over and over again, but there's a lot of nuances behind it. But what we put our attention on expands. We attract what we're thinking, we're feeling, what we're expressing, what we're out to receiving. That's what we'll get. So when we look at how can we do this differently, the first thing is, what are we feeling? Now, I'm a really good words person, and I can believe things in my mind. I can put the great words out there, but the feeling it, like I talked about yesterday with the emotional state with Tony Robbins, we got to truly feel what it is we're trying to attract. So Rhonda Burns wrote the book, The Secret, which was really kind of a huge international phenomenon for one thing, but really kind of broke the barrier around this idea of law of attraction. And then so many things came out from there. But what was interesting is I love the behind the scenes when she talked about how she wrote the book. And she knew she wanted this to be a book that people could feel the importance of attraction and this law. So she said she would not even write until she was in deep gratitude. And she said sometimes it took 10 minutes to get into a state of deep gratitude. Other times it took hours. And all she would do that day was do what she needed to get into that state of gratitude. All right. So if we're going to track, the words matter and what we feel toward them. There's this fabulous experiment that was done by Dr. Emoto, and I have a video below. So what I'd like you to do is to pause this, watch the video, and then we'll talk about it. So wasn't that incredible when you look at the power of words that have on water? And it's valuable for us because inside these physical bodies, of course, we're spiritual beings, but we're made up of water and energy. And if that's what just a word can do on water and what that can impact, imagine the words that we say and then how we give more power to the words and how we feel that. So if we're always feeling stressed and stuff, but we say that we're peaceful and joyful, it will, again, create that values conflict. So we need to feel and be aligned with what we feel about our number one goal, which is really important. Then the second part is our ability to receive. So we can't attract something if we can't receive it. We won't even see it in our consciousness or in our awareness if we're not able to receive it into us. And I just want to do a demonstration for you, not quite like the water one, but I think it'll make the point. So say this vase here is our ability to receive the golden nuggets of the universe, okay? So we have some golden nuggets here being dropped down in us all the time, but whoop, that one's not going to fit, so it's going to be dropped down, and it's going to go to a different receptor that has the capacity to receive it. Ooh, how about this shiny one coming down? I'd sure like this one. Ooh, nope, not ready for that. Ooh, here's some flying golden nuggets. Would this fit? Ooh, starting to get there, not quite. This one might go a little bit further, but they're all kind of connected. We need all of them. It's just not gonna fit. We have to expand our ability to receive, and in order to do that, again, we have to believe bigger, that we have this perception. We have to be able to get into a quiet space to literally be able to receive. Sometimes I'll just try to stretch out and just open up this ability to receive, because when those golden nuggets come, we want to be receptive like this vase. And look at this big vase and all the golden nuggets that we can receive and attract just because we've increased our capacity. So your number one and done is to get like this for your number one goal, because you will be able to attract things faster, more effectively, and more golden. So one and done, intensify the feelings that you need towards your number one goal and increase your capacity. So you can visualize this capacity to receive this. Your number two is to, good for you, is to research more about this. I have 2 links of 2 different books that are good resources on this scientific and spiritual law of love of attraction. So you can read and research more about that. And even if you have, it's a great reminder. I mean, I can't think of how many times I've gone back to that. And also, within that, one resource that's right available for you is my Living It, How to Create and Live an Inspired Life bonus. I really model my model around conceive, believe, receive, and achieve. So that would be another great resource at your fingertips to do and look at. And then number 3 is to look at your attractor factor towards your number one goal. So if you remember in Power of Attention, I had you think about kind of your dream, and we did our bucket list, and we kind of thought about our dream boards, right? Now that we're really specific in that number one goal, that number one golden nugget that you want to have, put to pictures some images around that. In fact, Doreen Virtue talks about what really changed her. She received a book from her parents from Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, who wrote Positive Thinking. But he also had this idea of positive images. And how do we attach images? Because our brain thinks in images and in pictures, and that's actually how it's activated. So when we see something, like if we're looking for a car, and now that we're aware of it, we will attract in our presence and see that. So we can have to open up our pictures and brains to attract those golden nuggets. So think about some kind of a visual attractor factor that you could put around your number one goal to see everything that you need attracting toward it. So for example, for my sprint, what I'm gonna do is have a bunch of like runners, probably in like business suits and casual, just a bunch of different runners, and have like my logo in the middle and people running toward it. And that's just this idea of I'm gonna attract the right kind of people who are ready to work out and get serious about their number one goal, because that's what I'm all about doing, is helping you sprint toward the thing that matters most. And this law of attraction will increase it tenfold. From my heart to yours, be love.